Hello everyone, here is a video of some helpful information that will help you with this activity. So in this video we'll cover volume of a sphere, volume of a cylinder, and the concept of displacement, which is important when you're putting meatballs into a thing of sauce. Okay, so first up, volume of a sphere. I got a nice little formula right here. Which says if you have a sphere, the volume of that sphere is 4/3 times pi times your radius cubed. So all you really need to find out with a sphere is what's the radius. So radius, remember, is half of a diameter. So if you're given a diameter, all you need to do is find half of it to find the radius. So let's pretend we've got a radius of 2 centimeters. This means the volume of this sphere will be 4/3 pi times the radius, which is 2 centimeters, cubed, which is 4/3 times pi, 2 cubed is 8, and then multiply this fraction 4/3 times 8 will get you 32/3. Just multiply that 4 times that 8 times pi. And if you want to make this a decimal, 32 divided by 3 times pi is about, I'm going to use my approximation equal sign, my approximation sign, I should say. This is about 33.5 units. We're using centimeters. Volume is in cubes, so this is cubic centimeters. And that's how you find the volume of a sphere. So let's keep going. Let's find the volume of a cylinder. Cylinder depends on two things. You need to know the height of your cylinder. So for example, in this pot, it would be from the edge to the base, or from the top to the base. This is your height. And then the radius is still from the middle of the circle to the edge of the circle. So for a reasonable pot, let's say the height is 15 centimeters. And the radius, let's say, is 25 centimeters. The volume of this whole pot would be pi times the radius squared, which is 25 squared, times the height, which is 15. So let's see, 25 squared is 625 times 15 is 9,375. We can multiply by pi, get a decimal. This is approximately 452.4. Again, cubic centimeters. Now to find the height of, say, sauce in a pan, the height would be whatever the height is in the pan. So that's how you find the volume of a cylinder, which for you in this activity will be the volume of the remaining distance in your pot. Alrighty, and now lastly, we need to talk about this concept of displacement. Okay, so volume is the measure of the amount of space an object takes up. When an item is submerged in the water, it pushes water out of the way. So when you put something in a thing of sauce, we'll say the sauce acts like water in this case. If you put a meatball in the sauce, it'll push the sauce out of the way, making the sauce level rise, which you know. So if you measure the amount the water level increases, you can find the volume of the water pushed out of the way. In other words, the volume of each meatball, when you put it in, that's how much that sauce level is going to rise. And that's what you need to know about displacement. So I'll say that again. Whatever your volume of each meatball is, when you put that into the sauce, that is the volume that will rise. That's the volume that the sauce will rise, whatever the volume of that meatball was. And this is the key information that you need to know to complete this activity. So email me with any questions that you have. Good luck. Try your best with this.